right, hello, and good morning, Facebook land. What's up, YouTubers? How we doing out there? Thank you for joining me. As always, it's nice to see you. Connecticut medical marijuana critic, compound concentrates and coffee. We are here. We are up. We're on the air. Your SunDaze edition. How you doing out there? Hopefully you all have had a good start to your day. I mean, it's the weekend. Yeah, it's the end of the weekend, but still, it's the weekend. So always look at it in the positive. As I say every single day, if I can open my eyes, if I'm breathing, and I can get out of bed, that right there is the start to a great day. We're not going to do this. Let me check something. There we are. No, too far. Go. 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 Now. Go lay down. Okay, we started out with BioTrek, of course, our theme song here on CCNC. Now you're listening to Bat Weasel, which comes from Austin Woodward and Zach Ledbetter. What's up, Steven? What's the good word? How we doing? Cheers, by the way, everybody. Weasel again. Austin Woodward with Zach Ledbetter. The first one is Austin Woodward with Shane Roberts. Now, do a little dark lit. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Football Sunday, of course. Now, I see the Titans, one of the Titans coaches has now been confirmed to have COVID. So, I don't know what's going to go on with our game. I mean, we were supposed to play on Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen now. I mean, there was talk about them having to forfeit the game because they've done so many things against protocol that basically brought all this on themselves. Yeah. Yep. Hey, come on, back up. Go on. No. No. Hey, Trace. No. I make sure he's not here so you can get in nicely. You just walk on by.
I want a drink. I've been walking all this time.
Gotcha, Chip. Can't start.
That's my job.
I am seeing one incident on our roadways right now. I-91 southbound in Hartford, Connecticut, there was a motor vehicle accident. It's two vehicles between exits 33 and 32. Right lane, closed.
Going on at 11, right?
Correct. Yeah, I started at normal time. Again, that tune is called Darklit. Compound Concentrates and Coffee, your SunDaze edition. Now remember, top of the hour, 11 o'clock, you get your JC's Power Hour. She comes on. She'll be hanging out with you doing her thing. You get continuing on with the conversations on sports and more, of course. She will pretty much talk about anything and everything, and pretty much just like myself. There's only two things that we do not discuss here on CC&C. For those that are new, you can hear her in the background. No religion, no politics. Outside of that, free roam. Well, of course football is a religion. Alrighty. Now, Otis McDonald, one of the brand new tracks. Otis says, Happy Halloween. On this date in music history has to do with my state right here, Connecticut. Yeah, 1967 on October 11th, the Doors appeared at Danbury High School in Danbury, Connecticut. Before the group came on stage, an announcer told the audience not to leave their seats during the performance, or they would be escorted out of the venue. There was also a beauty pageant just prior to the Doors coming on stage. Again, that tune was called Happy Halloween. Brand new track from Otis McDonald. Now, Golden Braid Productions, speaking of new tracks, this is called Grayed Out. It features Kent Osborne.
Waste no time, death is creeping by my side. Lost in haze and sleep deprived. Losing pieces in my mind. Stuck, I cannot turn back time. Yeah, it feels like better days. Now I see them waste away. Watch my lips slowly decay. Waste no time, death is creeping by my side. Lost in haze and sleep deprived. Losing pieces of my mind. Stuck, I cannot turn back time. Yeah, it feels like better days. Now I see them waste away. Watch my lips slowly decay. Waste no time, death is creeping by my side. Lost in haze and sleep deprived. Losing pieces of my mind. Stuck, I cannot turn back time. Yeah, it feels like better days. Now I see them waste away. Watch my lips slowly decay.
Grayed Out. Kent Osborne on that track with Golden Braid Productions. All right, we're in hip hop, so this is Jumbo. So who's got what going on today? I know what some of you got going on with football day and all, but how about the rest of you? Yeah, that was pretty much cold. All right, again, tune called Elephant Dub. That came to you from Jumbo. Jumbo is Solomon David. He's professionally known as Jumbo. Go to Instagram.com/JumboIsDrama and check him out. All right. Better Days. Daze. I love the way it's spelled. Lilakari Perazzo, Lacan, and Roger Smith with Dig Infinity.
Better days, we're looking for better days.
go. Better Days. Stig Infinity, Carl Perazzo, Lacan, and Roger Smith. Now, little Jamie West Oram. Jamie West Oram, you may know the name. The guitar player for the band The Fix. Yeah, The Fix. There you go. Doing some solo stuff here on Compound Concentrates and Coffee. It's 10:46, so once again, keep your eyes and your ears open because JC's going to be right here in this chair doing her power hour at the top of the hour. Go. Jamie West Oram. How about a little Ruby Amanfu? A little Charlie Peacock here for you. It's a brand new track. It's called 2,000 Miles. Wow, we have perfectly even teams right now in Facebook and YouTube. If only we were into trivia at the moment. Yesterday, the question was posed. Anybody dressing up for Halloween? If so, what are you dressing up as? The wife and I are doing something together. "2,000 miles, Ribia Monfood, Charlie Peacock." Lance Tabor says, "Have your cake." Why shouldn't you? Cake's awesome. Cake's good. I like pie too, but you know. Thank you for the likes, Lanky. Don't know if you're listening or not, but thank you. It is going on 10:55. Wow. Again, Lance Tabor there. He's a guitar player, he's a composer, he's a producer. He calls himself full-time pet staff. Yeah, anybody who has multiple furry children knows exactly what the man means. Now, Michael James Greco says, don't have to tell you. Might be good to give a refresher. Coming up after this, I have a tune from Heavy Gravel Guild. Features George Lynch. Yeah, the man George Lynch. We got a bunch of brand new tracks with the two of them. With Guild and Lynch. This tune, though, it's called Undertow.
Ain't
go. George Lynch with Heavy Gravel Guild. It's a kicking track, man. It's an absolutely shredding piece right there. Then again, what do you really expect, you know? Let's go. All right, Otis McDonald. We're going to hit a little R&B and soul. Tune called Reset. Coming up towards the end of this track from Otis McDonald, it's called Reset. Going to be getting over. Got a little something coming your way from Global Genius. It kicks off a particular show. Again, what you're listening to is one of the brand new tracks. We had 163 tracks added in 3 days ago. We had 100 tracks added in a couple of weeks before that. We're 8,063 tracks in just the sound collection side, and then adding in my licensed catalogs, we're now way. Well, I mean, I said the number once, and people thought I was just spamming. So I've stopped talking about that. All right, Global Genius. Somebody's coming in at it's 11:05, so I'll see you all back here at 12:05. Later, everybody.
Peace.
Where's my stuff in there?
What, you think just because the show is compounds, concentrates, and coffee, you shot coffee?
Yeah, that's it. Talk badly about the sponsors, the coffee company.
I never talked back about it.
That's it.
Ah, bounce back. Jason,
That one.
come here.
How we doing, buddy?
I don't
How we
know.
doing, buddy?
I don't know. I went for a long walk. There's a big bird outside. I was trying to make Liz feel better. I've had a very busy day now. I am just a pug. I've had a very busy day. How do you see this teeny tiny writing?
Says the woman wearing glasses.
I never said my glasses were good.
Mind you, prescriptions covered underneath the insurance we have.
Getting a new appointment. I have an appointment tomorrow, thanks.
Yeah, you've been talking about this for how long?
Bippity boppity boppity bippity boo. Bippity boppity boo.
Yeah, exactly. I'll believe it when I see it. See you, everybody.
Hocus pocus flippity flam and all that razzmatazz. And Alakazam and shit. Greetings and salutations and good morning to all out there. It is SunDaze. What's important about Sunday? To me, it is NFL Sunday. Whoop, 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 whoop. I am, of course, JC. This is JC's Power Hour. This is my co-host, Chase with that face. Isn't he gorgeous? We know that he is. He's had a very busy day with me. We went outside and took some nature pictures. He was in some of them because, of course, he's nature. Don't back up the chair. If you're going to turn, be careful. He has a very busy morning. He's a very exhausted dog. It's hard being this cute and this adorable. He's good. And of course, this is what I use as my theme song, Plaid Pants and Barrel, by Global Genius. Because I just love this song. How could you not love this little tune? It sounds almost otherworldly, just like it transports you. And some of the best music will do that, will make you feel like you're in a different time zone. But not just time and space. Alright, was that creepy enough for today? Okay, I'm good. So, anywho, it is Sunday. There are sports abound, there are things abound, there is everything abound, and there is, unfortunately, delays and postponements abound. Because, you know, crap is going on. Let me tell you. I'm getting a little nervous that it's getting a little out of control. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to put a song on for you. Hang on 1 second.
1 second, everybody. Little dastardly decisions, little global genius. Jason will be back in a moment. Unfortunately, I am not the only one in the house who has bad stomach issues. Luckily, no one in the house has it the way I do. However, people do deal with stuff.
Sorry, take two. Sorry, guys. You know, family first. You all know that. Okay, where was I? I was in Connecticut. Alright, I'm okay. Football. I should talk about baseball for half a minute, even though it is Football Sunday. I'm a little salty, not gonna lie, because, you know, my Yankees, who, you know, are supposed to be a really good team and supposed to be all that and blah blah blah, couldn't score more than one freaking run the other night. But, you know, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. Nope. Why would I be bitter? Why would I be upset? Why would any of this bother me? It doesn't. I'm fine. I am lying. Oh, of course. I am completely lying, of course, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, they didn't make it. Tampa Bay was stronger. Good for them. Nah, I mean, you know, it wasn't our year, you know. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. No. They should have scored more. There's no two ways about it. They should have done better, and they didn't. So next year is when we'll talk about them again. Hold on 1 second. I want to get everything pulled up here so I could see it, and, you know, enlarged so I could see it, because God knows I can't see. I'm blind. And yes, I know I do wear glasses, but, you know, I need new ones, obviously. Oh no, Chase has hiccups. Obviously, you can't see it, but I can feel it. Okie dokie. Well, the next game for baseball is today, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Astros, and today and tomorrow. And tomorrow will also be the Dodgers and the Braves, and then Tuesday. So those are your four teams that are going to whittle themselves down to the two that will make it in to this year's crazy but still counts World Series. I'm kind of surprised that it broke down this way. But I said weeks ago, any loss, anything was going to be, I'm kind of surprised the Cubs didn't go farther. At one point they were kind of on fire, but I guess that fire was doused. Kind of like my Yankees. Not that I'm bitter, 'cause I'm not. Hee hee. I'm really not. Okay, I am. But anyway, back to football. Yeah. Okay. So, last week, the Steelers and Titans game was postponed to week 8 or 9 or something like that. They had to. There was a lot of shuffling that went on, basically. But now, it's the Broncos and the Pats. They've gotten postponed, so now they have their bye this week. The Titans were supposed to play the Bills this week. Their facility there is closed again. Now their coach has tested positive. So there's been a lot of talk about that game. Are they going to postpone it? What are they going to do? There was talk at one point of, because the Titans just seemingly are not following protocol at all, there was a lot of talk of just forfeiting it and giving the Bills the win. But then that raises all these other questions. Okay, do we give the Broncos the win because the Patriots have it? And, who broke protocol? Did you just get it because you got it? And I think there's going to be way too many questions and way too many things that can't be answered quick enough in order to do these things fairly. One of the things that I do think that they have talked about that I do think they should do is extend the season, which has been talked about a lot of different times. Extend the season to 18 weeks. Because at this point, like the Titans, this is their second game that would have to be postponed if we postpone it. So now where the hell are you fitting these games in? Are we going to do extra Thursday night games? And so like people are going to be playing basically 3 games inside a week. Now you're starting to talk about a lot of potential for injury, a lot of potential for the team just simply being worn out and not being able to play properly. I know, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, see, even he gets it. He gets it. He knows. He understands. Pugs are smart. But there's an awful lot of questions and an awful lot of things still up in the air, and old ferret face Goodell is getting a lot of bad press right now because of his handling of it. God knows I'm not a Goodell fan, but there are certain things that you can do and certain things that you can't do. And I think one of the biggest things that he should have done was, extend the season to the 18 weeks, even before anybody got quarantined, just as a failsafe. You know, just as it more than likely is going to happen. This is probably happening. Let's be prepared for it. Of course, hindsight is 2020. We all know this. I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's not something that we can't do now. It's something that simply has to be done. These are things that have to be done to adapt to what's going on. We are at a quarter of a way through the season. More than likely, we'll need teams to be postponed a few more times. You know, there are 32 teams. There's a lot of guys. As more than one coach has said, you're trying to control teenagers with millions of dollars. That's not always easy to do, because a lot of these guys don't have the maturity level. Some of them break protocol. Some of them go places they shouldn't and could get infected that way. You know, so exactly. So, all that being said, you agree? I agree too. I mean, I do. All that being said, we're just simply going to have to move forward. So, being that we're moving forward, let's move forward. Let's start talking about who is actually playing this week. At this split second. I mean, I'm not trying to jinx anybody, but like, I have to say at this split second, because God knows anything could change this week. So, gonna make my picks. I'm upset though. I had a preview written about my Steelers and Eagles game, and it never got posted. And I'm kind of upset because I thought I wrote a pretty good one, but you know, is what it is. Again, I suppose. I got it in a little late, so more than likely that's why. Just checking to see if anything else, the latest stuff. I mean, I think we're okay, so let's move on. First game. Oof. First game, the Los Angeles is taking on the Washington football team. Yeah, I know. Give me strength. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's a hard way to start. The Washington football team. You had one job. You had to make a new name, and that's what you came up with. I mean, I would say call them the Washington Pugs, except for they suck, and I wouldn't want to insult you. I mean, so. But, I mean, honestly, we need to. I know it's not going to happen this year, but it just irks the hell out of me. That being said, the team formerly known as the Redskins, there we go, are playing exactly like the Redskins are. They suck. They are 1-3. They're turning the ball over a lot. They're, you know, home field advantage is absolutely no advantage to them. I don't even think with a full capacity crowd, I don't think it could turn around their playing right now, because they're just playing. I don't even want to say inconsistently, because that's not even a word that describes them. What they're playing right now is just completely disorganized. Just little spurts here and there, like, oh, there's a good play, even though the past 6 sucked, and now the next 5 are going to suck. But there's one good one for the highlight reel. That's the kind of, you know. And I know a couple of Redskins fans. I mean, one of the good things about working, where I work and the amount of friends I have on Facebook and in writers groups and stuff like that, I know a fan of at least half of the teams in the NFL. So there could be a lot of trash talking and a lot of chit chatting going on and whatnot. So all that is definitely a fun thing. up, 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 up. The next on the list. Hey, look at that. It's a personal preference. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to Pittsburgh to play my Steelers. Now, as I did cover in my unpublished article, not salty. Hope none of the editors are on my chat. The Eagles, believe it or not, they're better than their record. It's very hard to believe right now because, bottom line, their record is 1-2 and a tie, and they couldn't even do anything in overtime. They're still better. They have to tighten up. They have a very, very strong defense, and I think that's the only thing. I think their defense so far is the only thing that kept them from completely being blown out like 50-0. Is that they have a good, strong defense, but their offense, Wentz is having a lot of problems. He is being intercepted a lot. He's dropping. He's fumbling. He doesn't handle pressure well, obviously, and coming in to play the Steelers with the fiery and productive defense that we have right now, I don't normally predict things like this, but it would not surprise me to see 2 or 3 interceptions between Watt and Hayward and everybody else on that defense. You can't just, obviously you're going to want to know where TJ is, but if you know where TJ is, you don't know where Hayward is, and if you know where Hayward is, you don't know where every other guy on that team is, and that pocket is going to get crushed multiple times. And I'm on the other side of that. I think that Ben in the offense is going to get a lot of play time because I think that the defense is going to keep Philadelphia off the field quite a bit. So, as happy as I am that Ben is back and he is Ben being Ben, his numbers aren't spectacularly high, which his numbers are always productive. One of the things we need to tighten up is if you're in that red zone, stop settling for 3 points. That kills me. That makes me a nervous wreck. You guys do it a lot more than I would prefer any team to do it. All that being said, so long as the Steelers don't make a lot of mental errors, I see it's going to be a good game, but it does make me nervous that we had a unplanned bye week. I don't like bye weeks because they tend to cool off a team, but I have a lot of faith in Coach Tomlin that he kept the guys going. So obviously I'm taking my Steelers over the Eagles. And again, not just because they're my Steelers. I mean, I have said at times when I think that they're going to have a hard time, but I am predicting them to win. The Jets are home. Another team more talented than their record. Something is happening. Something is happening this entire week with New York teams. The Yankees couldn't score more than a run an entire game when they needed it. The Giants are 0-4. The Jets is 0-4. Is there something in the water that we are not aware of? I mean, what's going on in New York right now? Whatever's going on in New York right now, we need to knock the shit off, okay? And I think the Jets have had enough. I think the Jets have had enough. I think that them being at home, again, is not a big... It can't be a big factor anymore because of the no crowds, but I think they're going to try, and I really think that Arizona is unpredictable enough that the Jets might be able to give them a run for their money. So I'm going to take the Jets squeaking this one out. It's not going to be a blowout for damn sure, but I'm taking them squeaking them out. So the next team, again, this one sounds so weird. The Las Vegas Raiders against the Kansas City Chiefs. What can I say? Both teams are playing very strong. Um, the Raiders have talent. The Raiders have a lot of what they will need to win, but they're coming off of a loss. Um, they just I'm more concerned with Kansas City than I am with the Raiders, because Kansas City is more of the unstoppable force, and I'm telling you, Mahomes, he's really the guy to beat this year, and everybody's got a chink in the armor. Everybody's got something. Everybody could lose. I don't think that the Raiders are going to be the one to find that chink. I think they'll give it a game. I think they'll score, certainly. This could be one. We've had some stupidly high scoring games this year. I mean, but one thing that Kansas City has proven multiple times is there is no such thing as a safe lead on them. Because Mahomes does not get flustered. He does not panic. He does not sit on the sidelines and grump. He just, okay, we're down X amount of points. That's not undoable. And he fires his team up. He is a true general. And I don't use that term with a lot of quarterbacks, but he is definitely one of them. And what amazes me is how young this kid is, and how, like, this kid acts like he's got so much more experience than he does. And he just fires his damn team up. And I mean, if I had to pick, if you asked me what team can you see going 16, not going into the playoffs or Super Bowl, but going 16-0, if I had to pick one team, believe it or not, it would be them. Because they are on it. They are going to be the team to beat in the playoffs. I mean, barring any disasters, they are definitely going to be the team to beat. Speaking of disasters, the 1-3 Jacksonville Jaguars over the 0-4 Houston Texans. Yeah. What do you say about that, huh? I mean, 8 games, 1 week between them. I mean, 1 win between them. You know what I meant. And I'm being heckled by a bird. I mean, seriously? Chris Berman doesn't have to put up with this. You don't know. You don't even know. But, both, again, both Jacksonville and Houston, they score and they make it a game, but both teams seem to have mental errors. Both teams seem to lose focus, for lack of a better term. I mean, really, that's just what they both seem to do. I mean, and they lose focus in the middle of a game, which is a problem. I I I I find it hard to pick this one because honestly, it could go either way. Um, I think it's going to be close. Again, it's one of those that wouldn't surprise me if it ended in a tie. But I'm going to take the Texans just because they've been a little more productive, even though they're winless. I just see them pulling this one out. Now this is an interesting one. Cincinnati is 1-2-1. The Baltimore Ravens are 3-1. This is one of those where truly I would love both teams to lose, but obviously that can't happen. In lieu of that, both teams tying, funny, but I don't see it happening. Even though the Ravens have one loss, their quarterback is definitely for real. I don't put him in Mahomes' category, but I put him a couple of notches beneath. I mean, he is good. Pardon me. Telling you, when I do die, it's going to be from aspirating. Anyway, Cincinnati's just can't get the train completely on the tracks. The fact that they couldn't beat the Eagles in overtime is a really good indication of how they're doing. Unfortunately, much as I loathe to say it, the Ravens are playing strong. I would laugh my ass off if they won. But I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to put enough on the table to beat the Ravens. Just fully because of their offense and their quarterback. He's really, really good in the regular season. He still has his baby teeth as far as I think nerves got to him in the playoffs. But during the season, he's strong as hell. So I don't see the Ravens having I don't see the Bengals having an answer to the Ravens. So we're gonna take them, unfortunately. The Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. I've come to a conclusion. The Atlanta Falcons have lost a bet. They lost a bet with somebody that said, no matter how many points we score for the next however many years, we have to give up whatever lead we have. There's no other explanation. There is absolutely no other explanation. It's not the team that they're playing. It's not injuries. It's every team they're playing. It's every possibility that they have. It's every single lead that they get. And some of these leads you would think are pretty damn good. Dallas game. But I mean, I used to say, or several of us used to say, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory to describe the Giants. But Atlanta's really trying to take that over. Because a lot of times when the Giants, especially this year when the Giants are losing, they've never even had a chance. These guys have had more than a chance. And they just give it back. And so, I even though Carolina's nothing to write home about right now, there's absolutely no confidence at all in Atlanta, at home, away, upside down, sideways, Carolina could have 4 people on crutches, and I still wouldn't be confident in Atlanta winning. I mean, they just. It almost seems like they simply don't want to. They just. You can't give away this many leads and want to win. I mean, you just can't. I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on there. I mean, there are teams that are squeaking out wins, by 2 or 3 points, and you have 3, 4 touchdown leads, and you blow it consistently. You honestly just you don't want to win. I mean, you can't tell me you want to win. You can't hold on. I mean, you can't hold on for that fourth quarter. It's really the fourth quarter that seems to kill these guys, and somebody needs to tell them football is not 3 periods, it's 4. You got to stay on the field for that fourth quarter, and mentally they're not. They're running out by the fourth quarter, and it's killing them, like consistently killing them. So there's no way. I can't. I mean, good for them if they win, but I have absolutely no confidence in predicting them winning until they show me that they can actually hold a lead and they can stay strong through the fourth quarter. I have absolutely no confidence in them, and that's sad for them because there are talented guys on that team, but they really just they're not showing it. They're not showing it at all. Here is my bookie bet of the week. For those new to my show or those who do not know, the bookie bet of the week is something that I do in honor of my old man who passed years ago. But he loved sports. He was a Jets fan and a Cowboys fan and a Red Sox fan and a Celtics fan. But I digress. In his mind, we had this argument ever since I was a little kid. In his mind, there was absolutely no excuse on God's green earth for the home team to lose. None whatsoever. And I always used to tease him that if that was the case, there'd be absolutely no point in playing. Just add up everything at the end of the year, who was home, who was away, and make your standings for there. I mean, obviously there has to be, an X factor. There has to be a reason why people don't win at home. But, that it always irked him, especially when it was his team. God knows. But it always irked the hell out of him when a strong or even a mediocre home team lost, because he would be like, that's a bookie bet, they should have won, blah, 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 blah. So, that being said, my bookie bet of the week is when the home team loses to somebody that they certainly should not lose to. And here we have the Miami Dolphins going to the San Francisco 49ers. I believe my exact words last week. I mean, God knows you could look it up because it's on video, but it was, I'm not going to exact quote me because it was somewhere in the ballpark of. Okay? We got that somewhere in the ballpark of. There is no way in hell that the Niners should lose to the Eagles. Somewhere in that ballpark. It was absolutely no confidence in the Eagles winning. Absolutely no confidence in Niners losing. They had this. Eagles have been playing like crap, which they have. The Niners, beaten up, sure, but they still have talent on the team. They should be able to make it, right? Wrong. No, they lost. The Eagles. Yeah. See, that's another reason why I'm nervous about today's game, because the Eagles are like, hey, we beat the Niners. We can beat the Steelers. No, don't be thinking like that. Don't be thinking like that at all. But anyway. It could go 2 ways for the Niners. And yes, they have a lot of injuries. They are beaten up. I'm not taking that away from them. It could go 2 ways. and they're one of the teams that can do it because they do have this mentality. They could see that loss to the Eagles and just be so pissed at themselves that they are just going to be like, fuck this, we are going to beat the holy hell out of the Dolphins and beat them like 43 to nothing or some shit like that. Or they could still be so beaten up and now so mentally beaten up for losing that game that they do not have focus enough and that they actually lose to the Dolphins. And that's kind of where I think this week is going. I honestly think, granted, it is the bookie bet of the week. It is, don't put all your money in this basket because, you know, if it happens, it's one of those miracles that happens. There is a very pretty bird right outside the window. Hey, pretty bird. You probably hear him chirping. He's like right at the window. So the mics are probably picking him up. But, and for me to say the Dolphins are going to beat the Niners, that doesn't come off very easily. But I think the Niners are beaten up enough, and the Dolphins are. What are the Dolphins? The Dolphins are unpredictable. They have, you know, they show up as far as, you know that you played a team, usually, but sometimes they just roll over and play dead, and other times they really give it a go. But I think that they're gonna see the chinks in the armor. I think, this is one of those cases. I think they're gonna see, hey, these guys are kind of wounded. These guys are kind of screwed up. So, thank you. I think they're going to catch the chink in the armor, and I think they're going to do it. So, we shall see. Now, here's a game. One of my coworkers said she might pop in, and she never did, but I could still say that, even in her own words, the Giants better not lose to the Cowboys. Yes, she's one of my friends who's a Giants fan and a Cowboys hater. And I have fun teasing her. And the fact that I could go through my work and I could just peer around a case and just look at her without saying a word, and she just looks at me and flips me off and says, "Don't say a fucking word." That says a lot. That she knows exactly what I'm going to say when her team went 0-4. Now, all that being said, Dallas itself only has one win. And the one win they have, I still don't know how the hell they did it. I mean, that onside kick and recovery, honestly, that should be on the highlight reel for the year as one of the best plays of the year, because it really was. That is what you need to do for an onside kick. I mean, so many teams try to get the onside kick and recover it, and they don't. I mean, granted, they were lucky that the other team just fell asleep on it, and but of course it was the Falcons, so they fall asleep in the fourth quarter, and but the fact that they pulled off that onside kick, that was just an amazing feat there. But without trickery like that, they haven't won yet. So it's it's very, you know, it's so weird because they are putting up numbers that if you look at them statistically without looking at their opponents, okay, you look at the stats from last week's game. The Cowboys scored 38 points. Dak put up over 500 yards. Small club of guys who have done that. Ben's done it twice. Small group of guys who have done that. You look at those stats at a quick glance and you'd be like, oh, Cowboys had to win last week. All that flash, all those numbers, all those points, and they didn't win. So then you say to yourself, how is that even possible? You know how it's possible? I mean, besides the fact of who they lost to, you know, flabbergasts me that they lost to the Browns of all people. They scored 38 points. They allowed the Browns, the Cleveland Browns. Did you hear me? The Cleveland Browns. You know that team? The one that went 0-16 like multiple times? That Cleveland Browns? Remember them? Remember that team? Yeah, I remember that team. Pepper Traum remembers. Sorry. I had to. They allowed them to score 49 points. A couple of years ago, it took the Browns, I don't even think I'm exaggerating when I say 6 or 7 games to score 49 points, if not more. So with everything Dak and the offense was doing for the Cowboys, their defense, I don't know what the hell their defense was doing, but it was nothing good. It was just simply nothing good. And allowing the Browns, now you're wondering, are the Browns for real or is everybody just rolling over for them? Because this is confusing. Are the Browns this good? I don't know. I don't know. But this is where the Cowboys' problem is. The Cowboys' problem is in their defense. They are allowing a lot of points on the other side. You need both, obviously. The Giants got rid of Eli. Got their new quarterback because it was all Eli's fault. You're still 0-4. This is the game to break, to have your quarterbacks back, because the way Dallas's defense is playing, you should be able to put up enough points. Put pressure on Dak, because this guy is all flash and all numbers. He's great to have on a fantasy team. A couple of my friends have him on their fantasy team, and he is points, let me tell you. I didn't get in with any group this year, so I don't have a fantasy team, but I did last year, and again, last year, this guy was points. So, confine him and back up your quarterback, for the love of God. The Giants haven't backed up their quarterback, and I can't tell you, since the last Super Bowl they won. I don't know who I want to pick in this one. I really don't. It's really hard to pick this one for me. I mean, you can't go by their record because both of their records suck. 1 win out of 4 is not, oh, the Cowboys are better. No. Cowboys won a game that even Cowboys fans said they should have lost. So, in a lot of ways, they are 0-4. So, in a lot of ways, it's 2 0-4 teams. This is going to come down to a defensive game. And I think the Giants' defense is just a little stronger. So I'm going to take the Giants over the Cowboys. If the Giants go 0-5, There are more than one person at work who are just gonna like avoid me like the plague, because I will, time waste practices, and I will go find them. Probably not on Tuesday because we'll be busy, so they'll be safe for a day. But I will go after them. Don't worry. Don't you worry. But I've given Giants props a couple of times and said they were going to bounce back, and they haven't bounced yet. They've bounced like a lead balloon. So the only reason I'm giving them any credit is because of who they're playing. And it's their bigger rivalry, and it's one of the teams they fight hard against. So that's the only reason I'm giving them props this week. If they played practically anybody else this week, I would have picked anybody else. So get your thing going there, little buddy. Now then, who would have thought both of these teams would be 3-1 right now? The Colts and the Browns. The Colts, yeah, you could see them being 3-1. The Browns being 3-1? I don't know. I don't know who these Browns are. I am a little flabbergasted. I'm not sure who these Browns are. I'm not sure if they're for real. I'm not sure if they're for real. I am not sure if they are just playing really bad opponents and squeaking through, but 49 points last week, that's very hard to ignore. I mean, if all of a sudden they can't put any points up this week, then we know it's exactly what I said, that it was exactly all on Dallas's defense. But I'm expecting this game to be high scoring. I'm expecting this game to put up a lot of points on both sides. But I'm expecting the Colts to pull it out because I think they're stronger all around as a team. And if the Browns prove me wrong, I'm gonna be almost a little impressed. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna take the Colts in a close game. I think it's gonna be close and high scoring. I mean, absolutely. But yeah. But I'm still taking the Colts. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I mean, did the Browns start eating their Wheaties? I mean, what did they do? I mean, I don't know. I'm impressed though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am impressed. Now, the Sunday night game, when they were doing the schedules and they decided who they were going to put on a Sunday night game, they usually want a close game, strong guys, strong teams, a real brouhaha, so to speak, a real slobber knocker, to steal a phrase. And I think that's what they thought they were going to get when they scheduled this. But I don't think anybody predicted that by week 5 the Vikings were only going to be 1-3, especially after their performance last year. They did win last week. Of course, it was against the Texans, so you have to take that into balance. I mean, Seattle's been consistently strong for a number of years, and they've started out 4-0, so they've taken over right where they left off. I know you're not a fan. This one I almost took as a bookie bet. I mean, I almost wanted this one to be, the surprise of the week, and it still can be, but I wasn't 100% confident to take it as the bookie bet of the week. I mean, sadly, I think the Vikings have just lost a lot of their spark. I think a lot of it is the coaching changes that happened, and I think either the new coaches are too different, or trying to reinvent the wheel, are changing too much infrastructure wise, because these guys just can't get it where they should. So All that being said, Seattle is on point offensively and defensively, and I don't think the Vikings yet have a solution for that. By the second half of the season, hopefully they might strengthen up, but I would be really shocked if they could make this the game that the schedulers thought it was going to be. So, I'm sorry, Vikings, but Seattle is my pick. You were going to be the bookie bet of the week, but just can't do it. Now, let's talk about everything that has been shushed about. The Patriots and Denver were going to be Monday night at 5 because they were originally going to be at Sunday, and then they were going to have the early game, and then, more people have tested. So, Patriots and Denver, as I mentioned before, bye week. It's going to get difficult because I believe some games are just going to have to be completely swapped around, and the schedule is going to be tight and difficult, but we'll figure it out, won't we? The normal Monday night game was the Los Angeles Chargers against the New Orleans Saints. I'm kind of surprised that the Saints are 2-2. They are honestly somebody that I thought would be 4-0 or at least 3-1 by now. They really, last week they came close to letting the Vikings win. Not the Lions. Ugh. My brain is just not braining lately. But home crowd or not, they are home, and the Los Angeles Chargers are not playing strong at all. And even though primetime games are different now because you don't have the fans, there are teams that just shine more in primetime, and they are one of them. So Saints should have no problem. I say should. Now, a shuffle game. As of now, the Titans and Bills game is scheduled for Tuesday. It is in danger of being moved. It is in danger of being completely postponed. The Titans coach tested positive for COVID, along with all the other players on the Titans. Now, the Titans have straight up broken protocol a couple of times, and I think that we could see that the protocol should be. It is completely postponed? Yeah. Never mind. Last report I had saying that they were waiting to decide.
One of my viewers is actually at a different time zone, different locations, talking about it.
Well, that blows. Never mind. I have been updated.
Actually, I think you'll see it in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't know what game you were referring to, though. Alright, so that being said, now I'm still going to go back to what I was saying. The Titans have broken the protocol that was laid down multiple times. to where it's obvious that it's really jeopardized their team. And in jeopardizing their team, they could be jeopardizing other teams. So now the NFL has to get involved, and really the NFL has to be like, what are we gonna do? What kind of discipline? I mean, what do you do at this point? I mean, are monetary fines enough? Are, you know, I mean, how many things do you need to say to do? I mean, at what point is it just you need to stop this crap? You know, because now they're screwing with other schedules, they're putting other teams in danger, they're straight up not following the rules. So I mean, you know, I know that an early bye week in week 4, like the Steelers were forced to have, isn't good. I mean, we all want the bye week middle to end of the year. I mean, that's why it rotates, because it is an advantage. Having it early is something that's not always a good thing. So now we have it early. The Bills have one early. The Patriots and blah 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 blah. Patriots and the Broncos both now have a bye week. I mean, these things are going to start adding up. So hopefully people start listening and people start getting a handle on it. But there is 50 minutes until kickoff commences. I will be wearing my Steelers gear, including I bought black and yellow socks. Got to support the team. Black and yellow. Got to support the team, right?
No, not at all.
I didn't think so. I hope you all have had a wonderful day or Sunday. I hope you continue to have a wonderful day. And I shall wander away. Here I go on.
To the button. What's up, everybody? How we doing out there? Yep. Now I need to readjust my screens after her. Get things going again. Ah, what a gorgeous day it's turning out to be out there, huh? Seriously, beautiful. We are currently looking at 61 degrees on the grounds of the compound right now here in Orange, Connecticut. 47% humidity. Winds have buzzed the station at 12 miles an hour. Alright, there's that. Get my headphones in and everything the way they should be. My monitors, basically. This way I hear exactly what Facebook hears. I've already heard what YouTube hears. I know that's working perfect. There we go. So yes, 61 degrees out there. Excuse me. We are going to have a high in the upper 60s today. Transitioning Monday into Tuesday, a little overcast, cloudy, dreary, drab, possibly even some rain. Depends upon where you're at in Connecticut. Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to go into Friday. Friday's going to be possibly a little overcast. However, long range forecast once again. Saturday and Sunday into next week, beautiful sunny weather. So continue to take advantage. I am also looking over on this day in music history. We had some 50s, we had early 60s, we had mid 60s with the Doors. Now, 1974, on October 11th, saw John Denver, who was sitting in the #1 spot on the UK singles charts with Annie's song. Now, that song was a tribute to his wife and was written in 10 minutes while he was on a ski lift. Now, in 1980 and the October 11th, The Police scoring their second UK #1 album with their third studio release. Yeah, that one featured the songs Don't Stand So Close to Me, Canary in a Coal Mine, and Doo-Dee Doo-Da-Da. Yeah, I didn't name it. Although, again, everybody knows, I like the Police. I always have, man. I was upset when the Police, at the top of their, at the peak, retired, left, done, split. I was like, what? Alrighty. Gonna go to Buildings. The Organic Music Collective. This tune here, it's called Ruby Red. Compound Concentrates and Coffee, your SunDaze edition. Are you packed, rolled, and raring to go out there? Because you got a 20 coming up on you fast, don't you know? Closer and closer we go to 1 o'clock. Remember, 1 o'clock is when I'm out of here. Football Sunday. Gonna be kicking off the red zone. I'll stop back on later on tonight. You all know the routine. I give you 3 hours this morning. I'll come back on tonight. We'll do a night show. We'll hang out for another hour, 2 hours. So instead of getting a 4-hour show, you'll end up with 5 hours. Just because. Again, that was called Ruby Red, the artist Buildings. Yeah, Organic Music Collective, which loves blending pop, rock, funk, and any other mood which moves or inspires them. Now, little Ruby Amon Fu, tune called Delicious.
Ice cream on a summer's day, chocolate truffles on display, French fries and lemonade. You're delicious, like Parmesan on doughy bread, M&M's on green and red. That's exactly what I said. You're delicious. Ooh, come a little bit closer to my lips, 'cause I want you. Don't be afraid to do what you do to me. Ooh, come a little bit closer to my lips, 'cause I want you. Don't be afraid to do what you do to me. Like sunset on the sandy beach. Oh dear, why you're such a peach. Come closer, I can't reach. You're delicious. I must confess, you are the best. My favorite thing, there's no contest. Give me all, I'll take no less. You're delicious. Ooh, come a little bit closer to my lips, 'cause I want you. Don't be afraid to do what you do to me. Ooh, come a little bit closer to my lips, 'cause I want you. Don't be afraid to do what you do to me. Ooh, come a little bit closer
Excuse me.
to my lips, 'cause I want
Go
you.
grab my water. I'll be right back.
Afraid to do what you do to me. Come a little bit closer to my lips, 'cause I want you. Don't be afraid to do what you do to me.
All right. Good Ruby Amon Fu and that track called Delicious here for you on CCNC. 12:19. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. There you go, 12:20. All right, this tune's called Hot Grease. It comes from the K Club. That was called Hot Grease, the K Club. Now, the K Club is Jaquire King, Grammy Award winning producer, engineer, and a mixer. Worked with some of the world's most influential artists. We're talking Kings of Leon, Tom Waits, Nora Jones, James Bay, a whole bunch more. JAQUIREKING.com. Check them out. All right, Johnny Hewlin. Nope, that's slow. I'm going to get myself another country. Here we go. Dawn Bear. All X's and O's. This goes to our Christy and anyone else who likes country.
Hasn't always been easy, shining so bright. So many things being thrown at me, trying to put out my light. I keep on moving, shining through. Even if you hurt me, I still see good in you. My spirit is the unsinkable. If you've been around me long enough, you know there's no stopping my joy. I just let it flow, and I'm on X's and O's. I see your heart through that smile you wear. I see the pain in your eyes. When life feels too much to bear, I will stay by your side. 'Cause I've got love flowing endlessly. When you're down, you can count on me. My spirit is the unsinkable. If you've been around me long enough, you know there's no stopping my joy. I just let it flow, and I'm on X's and O's. My spirit is the unsinkable. If you've been around me long enough, you know there's no stopping my joy. I just let it flow, and I'm on X's and O's. I'm on X's and
All X's and O's. Dawn Bear. Country. Dawn, therealnashville.com. Now, little R&B, a little Vault 49 tune. Never enough.
O's.
always 12:30. A little bit of reggae I was asked for. Sure. It's always time for reggae.
Brand new style, you know? Lot of mercy. You know we cannot slow down when this about to go down. If we make the right move, we fall into the right groove. Let's step into the moment so we can surrender. Surrender to you, so we can get together. And you know, baby, you are one of a kind. And you know, and I know, baby, you know this is our time. The world is going crazy in high and low places. And you and I with our love filling the spaces. You know we should be thankful, you know we should be grateful to have each other. You know you make me feel it, and I know, baby, you are one of a kind. And you know I need your love. Baby, you know this is our time. Oh, hey. Can't let it go if you're going with it. Can't let it go if you're going with it. This is our time. Can't let it get away if you're going with it. Can't let it go away if you're going with it. This is our time. Oh, oh, baby, you know this is our time.
All right, as we're getting ready to wrap up Rocky's Our Time in Reggae. Coming up next is Lance Tabor, staying in reggae. Yeah, Lance and reggae, by the way. But Lance Tabor and Righteous Mellow. Once again, I am the Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic. You are chilling on Compound Concentrates and Coffee. Gotta give them the plug. You're staring at the board up here. You see Great Minds Coffee Roasters. You see Nirvana CBD. You see Pass the Glass. You see Dank Funk. Check out their websites. There are sponsors here on CCNC. If you see something you like, I have coupon codes good for anything from 10 to 20% off your purchases. Yep. And a little bit of music news. Interesting. Now, in the midst, of course, Fleetwood Mac's viral moment, Stevie Nicks has dropped a new single, and that single features Dave Grohl. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, she dropped her new solo single, first one in 9 years. It's called Show Them the Way. Now, the driving upbeat song comes in with a Cameron Crowe directed video, features images of historical figures and movements. Nix recently noted the song was inspired by a dream that she had before the 2008 elections. But yeah, the track featuring Dave Grohl on drums. The two have collaborated on multiple occasions before. Well, when she performed with Grohl on Letterman in 2013, she also dedicated a performance of Landslide to Grohl back in 2015. Yeah, it was shortly after he broke his leg. Daddy's not going to take that. That's your toy. You just want to shove your head up underneath that arm, huh? Like, literally, you can watch me in the video. It's like, eh. All right. What you heard there again, the artist Lance Tabor, a tune in reggae. Little jazz, little secret agent 23 skidoo. It's called Irish Wrist Watch. Oh, I hate those itches right in the center of your back. Man. Irish wristwatch. Aha. Secret Agent 23 Skidoo. Let's see. This is Drew Smithers, Josh Paul, and Logan Todd with the K Club. A tune called Rolling Over. Rolling Over. Again, the name of that track. You had Drew Smithers, Josh Paul, Logan Todd, Spencer Thompson. All with the K Club. Okay. DJ Epic is on this track with Secret Agent 23 Skidoo. It's called Still I Stand.
DJ Epic on the beats and the cuts. 23 on the floor. Delphine on the SunDaze. Yeah. Emily Rose on the flux of the rose. This is how it goes. Yeah. Kinda longer than two, but every song is the truth. King Kong in the booth. Godzilla style hot spinner, but a lot in the top. In the clock, Gorilla rock spots for mozzarella. Rhyme pugilist. rhythm, having visions, staying dipped in boom baptism. I preach to the choir that kept the music sacred. Sucker MCs get excommunicated. Watch out, who's rubbing elbows in stealth mode? Oh hell no, it's the shell toe, COINTELPRO. When labels only sell what sucks, it's no wonder when the culture self-destructs. But the underground foundations, the cornerstone that make the family connect like Don Corleone. The more you learn respect, the more it's shown. Test tube baby MCs, yo, look poorly cloned. Catch a cab, take it back to the lab. Georgia to the game, put it on my tab. My dues are paid from all the music made. I'll probably go out with a bang, cause I refuse to fade. Yo, my style wasn't built on sand, I'm rock solid. Mind stay filled with plans, plus knowledge. Grind till my skills expand, plus more wallet. Demolish your illest jam, just flawless. It's fun like a ceiling fan, just astonished. Every time, feel me, fan, that's a promise. Spotlights are still a man, I'm too stylish. All false till I stand.
Alrighty. Still I Stand. Again, that track there featured DJ Epic with Secret Agent 23 Skidoo. Right here on Compound Concentrates and Coffee, giving it out to all of you. Coming up, I got some Heavy Gravel Guild, which will be taking us into Echopraxia, Austin Woodward, and where I get off for the day. Be good out there. Enjoy yourselves. This is Destroyer Creator and Heavy Gravel Guild, Dentro di Me. Go ahead, go on up on the first. Yeah, we gotta brush it out. Alright, this is Crush from Echopraxia. right, this is Goblin Death from Austin Woodward. All right, Goblin Death, Austin Woodward, Zach Ledbetter. That is leading us into This Is Where I Get Off. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Your SunDaze edition of Compound Concentrates and Coffee. Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up. October 11th. Month very close to half over already. Peace. Much love and respect to everybody. You be good, you stay safe, and enjoy your day. I will see you tomorrow. Later, YouTubers.